the mindsets you need to transition. First of all, you have to remove it from your mind that coding is hard. That's the first thing. You just have to break that mindset that coding is hard. If you're able to break that somewhere mentally, you are like 50% there. Then you also not like you take baby steps. Some people just want to start programming or coding and just want to start building. Start small,
This
take
thing you've
little
got.
steps.
Now, for a young
Set a
woman out there who is currently going through this phase in her life, she's battling with imposter syndrome. How would you advise her? Like, what's that advice you would give to her that will help her get out of that mindset?
Why not see challenges as positive rather than it being negative and putting you down back to the ground? Just see it as something that I need to improve on. Take feedbacks, take limitations.
Hello and welcome to the first podcast episode with Earthon Mindset. My name is Juliet, and I've got two amazing guests here with me. Just directly in front of me is Opeoluwa Illori.
Hi,
Nice to
Juliet.
have you here, Ope.
Nice to meet you.
Ope is a business psychologist. And just to my right is Miss Promise Ekeh.
Hi.
Promise is a data scientist and the founder of Empower Her. So today we're going to be discussing something that is so dear to my heart, a topic that I'm very passionate about, and that is the role of mindset in shaping the future of a woman. Really lovely to have you both here today.
Thank you, and nice to
Nice
have
to
you.
have you here, Rowan.
Thank you so much. How are you?
Good, thank you. Yourself?
I'm okay, thank
Good.
you. So today we're going to be exploring how mindset influences the decisions of young women. Now let's dive right in. So oftentimes when we hear the word mindset, it comes across to us like a buzzword. I would love to hear from you, Promise. What do you understand by the word mindset?
I'll say mindset is the lens through which you view the world. So, and it's often shaped by your environment. I think I was reading the book recently, Psychology of Money, that says
Mhm.
depending on the generation you grew up in, will determine how you see money. So, I think mindset it's similar. So, if, for example, the environment you grew up in, the generation you grew up in, has a way of shaping your mindset. For example, Gen Zs and Gen Alphas, they all view world differently. So it's just a lens through which you see the world, and it helps you know how to approach certain situations. So if bringing two people, give them the same situation, the way they see things might be different. Some people see barriers, and some people see the barriers as opportunity. So I think just to recap everything I've said, mindset it's a way you view the world.
Mm, that's very interesting, and I love your
Mhm.
perspective on mindset. So I'd love to hear from you, Bear. What's your opinion about mindset? I'd love to get your own personal and psychological perspective about it.
Great. So what I'm going to term mindset as is you know, in lame language, I would say
Mm-hmm.
the box at which you fixed yourself into. So, how you see yourself, how you perceive yourself, or what you have in mind personally towards yourself, how you view things, just like
Promise.
promise said, how you view things. That's what I believe mindset is, and I also think it can be negative or positive. So basically, mindset is gotten from our past experiences, our environment, where you come from, what you believe in, what you've gone through, the challenges that you've gone through. So, yeah, that's what I believe it is. And like I said, it can be positive and it can also be negative. So, positive in an aspect like sometimes when you feel like you've achieved lots of things,
Mm-hmm.
like you've achieved loads, and you just box yourself into that particular aspect to say, so then you believe that I can't move forward. No, not like you can't even move forward, but you see it as um something that is limiting you. In a way, it's limiting you because you feel like you've done enough. And it can be negative. So that's it being positive. It can be negative towards like say that I can't move past this.
Mm.
I don't think I can do it.
So
So
that's
it's
like a
the
fixed
negative
mindset.
I can't. So it's a fixed mindset, like you said. So it can be fixed, it can be growth. Does that make sense? So you can
Yeah.
have a fixed mindset and you can have a growing mindset. Yeah,
I
that's
love
what I
your
say.
perspective on fixed mindset and growth mindset.
Hmm.
Just for our audience that have not, you've not heard about fixed mindset and growth mindset, I'd love you to talk more about the psychological part of it.
Yeah, so like I said, fixed mindset is coming from the fact that I said you believing to say I cannot.
Okay.
But growing mindset is I cannot do this now. However, I'm willing to learn. I would do it. I can learn. I can do it later on, or I can still do it, later in the future. It's
Yeah.
a futuristic expression, a futuristic statement. So it just says that I can't do it yet.
Mm.
Is you having the yet aspect into it rather than saying I can't do this. You saying you can't do this is having a total agreement, saying I cannot do this, and you're not even trying to put forward, you're not trying to put forward
Your best fit.
no movement, no effort to doing it.
Yeah,
So
okay.
that's what I believe it is.
That's really lovely.
Thank
Thomas,
you.
what's your own perspective on fixed and growth mindset?
I think as the name implies, fix is just okay. Some people's like, this is the way I am. This is how I'm not born to do this. And on the other hand, growth mindset is like Okwe said, yes, I acknowledge the fact that I don't have what it takes to do it now, but if I put in the effort, I'll be able to do so. It's just about a great mindset is like the term growing is an action, like it's happening. It's not just okay, it's done, it's done. But when you have the mindset that anything I can do, whatever I put my mind to do. Personally, I feel like there's nothing in this world I cannot do. All I need to do is just give it time and be in that frame of mind to say I want to achieve this. And if I put my mind to it, I'm going to do it. So that's where a great mindset. Yes, you're not removing the fact that I acknowledge my strength and weakness at the point, but it's not bigger than me. It's something I can achieve. All I need to do is just put in the effort, put in the work, and put in the time, and I'll get it. So yeah, that's what I'll say.
And that's really lovely. I'm going to ask you a question. I know you used to be a geoscientist and now you've been able to transition to becoming a data scientist. Now, many of us, I would use myself as an example. When I think about data science, I'm always frightened because I think it's like more about coding, 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 and that's fixed.
Numbers.
I mean, I
Lots
still
of
do numbers
numbers.
because I'm a
Yeah.
geophysicist. I
Yeah.
still do
Oh,
numbers, but
okay.
with data science, I feel like I have to like put in the extra work. I'm already thinking about it that if I try this, I might not excel in it. I might not be able to do well because this
So
is not
that's the
something
mindset.
that's the mindset. So that's something I actually need to work on. But I would love to hear from you. As someone who used to be a geoscientist and now you're a data scientist, how were you able to, transition? What mindset did you have at the time that enabled you attain such great feats?
So just I'm still a scientist. Yeah,
Okay.
but I'll say for me it's just about okay, why I transitioned because I just wanted the hunger to do something different.
Mm,
So I'm someone that always want to okay, what else can I add to what I have?
mm,
And I think that's what pushed me to transition. I just want to see something, and I've been hearing a lot like it's coding is something I really wanted. So people make it feel like it's difficult, and for me, when people make something look difficult, I want to crack it. I was like, what's there that's making it difficult? So that's how I got in, just out of curiosity. I want to see what's there. And I got in and I discovered it's not as hard as people are thinking. So
mm.
that's why that's the
I
truth.
don't believe
That's
that.
the truth. I have a YouTube channel focused on because I came in as like it's not that bad when people are saying coding, coding, coding. Yeah, you have to put in the work. And it's not like all beds of roses. You have to do the work. It's not as hard. I have a YouTube channel dedicated to talking about
Data.
data to help people transition and at least
Oh, wow.
yeah, just about the kind of mindset. I think I have a video talking about the mindsets you need to transition. First of all, you have to remove it from your mind that coding is hard. That's the first thing. You just have to break that mindset that coding is hard. If you're able to break that somewhere mentally, you have like 50% there. Then you also not like you take baby steps. Some people just want to start programming or coding and just want to start building.
Just
Start small, take little steps, set a goal. Okay, I want to do this in the next 6 months.
mm,
What are the daily things I need to do? So
mm,
you have something you want to do in 6 months. You have to break down. Okay, first month, what do I want to achieve? So you have to set clear goals
mm.
and take it a step at a time. And more, you're some another mistake people make is they just want to watch all the videos and they're not doing anything. You watch one video, put it into practice. Watch another video as you're watching, be doing. But some people just okay, let me watch it when I have time. That doesn't work because it takes you after watching. It gives you this false sense of I can do it, and if you don't do anything, it takes you steps back. So do watch a video, work on it. But I think the first thing is changing the mindset that programming data is hard. It's very simple.
That's nice. But Ope, I'd love to hear from you. As a psychologist now,
Yeah.
a lot of young women,
Mm-hmm.
they are being held back by that self-limiting belief. Now, Promises talked about curiosity, like she was driven by curiosity as well for her to be able to, go into her day to day.
Transition.
Exactly. Now, there are lots of young women out there, they are curious,
Mhm.
but then they're still scared. Like, they have that fixed mindset because it's easier
I'm
for us
one
to
of
say,
them.
I love this.
I'm one of them.
Honesty.
I mean, I was just about to say that I salute, I acknowledge her, saying that she, out of curiosity, because I think I can be curious. I am curious, but not to the extent of saying you want to crack data. I honestly believe it's a lot, personally.
Trust me, it's not.
Honestly, I believe it's a lot because I feel like it has to do with numbers as well. Even SQL, I've tried that. Nah.
I did that as well.
Yeah. So I think if you're able to calculate how much you have, you know how much you have in your bank account.
Yeah.
You know if money lives there, you know.
Yeah.
So I think starting from the basics,
Mm.
mean, median, like those fundamental concepts will help you.
Mm.
So just take it a step at a time.
I get it, but I really admire you and I admire your
Thank you.
curiosity. Really good. Like I said, I'm there as well in terms of career. So let me take us back to the fact that the social media, the environment at which we're in, at which you're in this day, I don't think is really helping, in the sense that social media has really added, as much as it really gives back to the community positively, I think it's doing more damage than we are realizing. It's just a personal belief. If you social media can work for you very well if you make use of it very well, and it can really work bad for you if you don't make use of it. If you get what I mean. So because we get online on Instagram, on LinkedIn. I don't think LinkedIn is something that honestly it has pushed me back into my shell several times because you just see some profiles and you're like, oh damn it,
You get intimidated.
that's great. I don't think I can do what this person is doing. I mean, if truly this person has all of these things on their CV, in their profile, I don't think I can do half of that. And only for you to realize it's just packaging. Do you get?
Exactly. I was going to say that. Some people
It's just
are
packaging. So, I see it as number one, you're self-sabotaging yourself. And in the word of today, or the best word to relate it with what everyone is going to understand, is imposter syndrome. You not believing, seeing yourself, you know, less than what you think you can achieve or you can do. And come to think of it, I do not necessarily think that is I think that's more like, it's not a competence thing. It's not like you're not competent, but it's a mindset. And it's just, put us to, most ladies or female in that sense, it has stopped us from, applying for, those higher roles, requesting for what's it called? Requesting for
promotions.
promotions in the workplace, or feeling like, okay, men are better doing it than yourself. Or you're feeling like they have more of male in this profession than female. Yeah. So another thing that can limit somebody is your skin color. Your skin color. If you're, for instance, I'm the only black in my
Organization.
department. I'm the only
Okay.
black. And sometimes when I want to go for some role, when they're talking, sometimes I talk, sometimes I don't talk. I just keep to myself. So all those things, they really pull us back from applying for those roles, talking in meetings, sharing your knowledge, because apparently it doesn't have anything to do with competence.
Okay.
It's just a mindset that's pulled us back and not allowing us to do what we can actually do.
Okay. As someone who I can totally relate to imposter syndrome because, growing up, I always felt very intimidated by people, especially when I see someone who is doing better than
Better
I
than
am.
you are.
And like in some part of the world where you grew up or
Mhm.
where like we grew up in, we have like caregivers saying to us, people who come first in class, are they more clever than you? And that's already instilling a mindset in you. You feel like you're not good enough,
Mm-hmm.
you're not clever enough.
Mm-hmm.
And even when you're trying your best, and then
Mm-hmm.
but you realize that by the time you grow up and maybe you go to school or even in your career, you're always striving to overachieve because there's this mindset that's already been instilled in you that you're not good enough.
And it makes
And
you feel like you're competitive.
exactly. And even when you try to say, okay, maybe you've achieved something,
Mm-hmm.
something in you will
You
tell
still
you
feel like you haven't done
you've
enough.
not done enough.
Yeah.
And that's where imposter syndrome creeps in
Yes.
because I find myself, doing that a lot. I'm achieving great feats in my career and I feel like I'm not doing well enough. I'm a fraud.
Yeah.
Maybe someone is going to find out that
Yeah.
you're actually not deserving of this thing you've gotten.
Mm-hmm.
Now, for a young woman out there who is currently going through this phase in her life, she's battling with imposter syndrome. How would you advise her? Like, what's that advice you would give to her that will help her get out of that mindset?
Great. So what I'm going to say is, first of all, challenges are going to come, no doubt, but why not see challenges as positive rather than it being negative and putting you down back to the ground?
Mm.
Just see it as something that I need to improve on. Take feedbacks, take limitations, take you know, all those things as something that I need to work on. Be resilient. I think that's the word. Be resilient in it. So when you see it as, when you see feedbacks, when you see those things as, okay, I need to work on this, then you would you feel more inspired
Mm.
to work on it. Basically, that's just what I think it is. And also, she mentioned something. She said baby steps. Yeah. um you won't get there in one go. And I also said something. I said something about growth when I was explaining fixed mindset and growth mindset. Fixed is I cannot do this. Growth is not yet. Add the word yet. And if there's ever anything that you feel like is negative, pen it down. So I would say have a mindset journal. So pen it down, whatever the negative thing is, write it on one side. And the positive aspects, write it by the side as well.
Okay.
To negate the negative one that you think it is. Does that make sense?
Yeah. It
So
does.
that's what I personally do. And
Yeah.
I think it's been working. Have a mindset journal. And yeah, I think that would just
Help.
baby step,
Yeah, that's
gradually you
very
get there.
interesting.
Yeah.
Thomas, what's your own perspective? Has there been a time in your career where you felt like you were a fraud, you were not competent enough? How were you able to deal with that?
Where do I feel like it's something that is always like if I tell people I have imposter syndrome, sometimes they don't believe because sometimes you feel like you have a lot of people cheering for you, clapping for you. It's like, is it really me they're clapping for? It's like
Hmm.
whatever. So it comes. But I just feel like it's just about the mindset, telling yourself, yes, I've done this, and also self as affirmation also helps. So when that thing comes that I'm not good enough, I'm a fraud, you have like what you said, have something that you use to count because you counter thoughts with words.
Yeah.
Just think
Not be
about
taught.
yes. So when there's someone, oh, you're not good, they're going to catch come for you very soon. They're going to discover it's like no, I'm the best at what I do. I know. So when that thought comes, say words to counter it because like you said it's a mindset and it can limit you. You feel like,
Mm.
oh, there's somebody in my office, there's a position there. I think there's statistics that a guy, if there's a job opportunity and if he feels like it's 40% there, he will apply for it anyways. But as a lady, we want to be sure that we are 80% or 90% fit
Mm-hmm.
before we
Yeah.
go. But for the male counterpart, they'll just go for it, and most times they get it.
Yeah.
Not that they are better. So
Mm.
everything's just about having that mindset that I can do it, I can do it. Even if I cannot do it, I will get
Yeah.
there and I will learn how to do it.
Yeah,
Yes.
according to that brings me to a question. So, according to the 2025 Global Gender Gap Report, it shows that women, like globally, we only have about 28.8% of women in leadership position. Now, do you think this is something that has to do with systemic barriers or our mindset? Just like you've mentioned, like women, we're a bit like held back in some positions.
I would say it's a combination of everything. It's possible, first of all, your mindset is there, and also underrepresentation. If you see a woman up
Mm.
there, you want to strive to be up there. But if
Yeah.
you've not seen a woman like you up there, or even like your skin color, you
Yeah.
feel like, okay, maybe it's not meant for us. But it's not a conscious thing. It's
Mm.
just what it just takes somebody to breaking out. If there's nobody there, I want to be the one to be there.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't really get a lot of people having that kind of making that conscious effort, but like subconsciously when you see people there, like the empower her I did and everything, a lot of the girls want, oh, I can do this because promise AK can do that.
Yeah.
So it's just about representation as well. So apart from the mindset, the more you see people there, you go, okay, I can do that. So you want to strive to be that. Most people strive to be things that they've seen as examples.
Mm.
So that's why I would say combination of, yeah, both mindset, representation also plays a role.
Okay.
So I would maybe can I say something to that, because that would actually relate to the organizations as a whole, like organizations of where everybody work in or what. So I would say that it's not just about providing trainings for the female themselves, for female or everybody together, but also giving them the opportunity to be there.
Mm-hmm.
Because yes, they might provide us trainings, but they're not giving us that opportunity to be there.
Okay.
So what's the training used for?
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it's just giving us what that would be on a larger body, on the larger aspects of the whole thing. Organizations giving, female opportunity to be there. And that would give us a better statistics that people are actually up
Up
there.
there, yeah.
Yeah.
Just to add to that, also as ladies, when we're doing this, so when you're trying to fight to get up, they're not doing it for yourself. See that you're doing it for the girls coming behind you. Because
Yeah.
by the time they see you there, they would aspire to be there.
To be there.
So, in terms of the fixed and the growth mindset that we've talked about,
Mm-hmm.
do you think this is something as humans, it's something that is inherent in us? Like we were born to either have a growth mindset or a fixed mindset? Or you think it's something that has to do with more of nature, nurture, culture, and the environment?
Is it innate?
Yeah.
To be honest, I haven't done my research to that aspect. But what I can tell, definitely, it has to do with your environment. Is there a possibility for it to be innate? Maybe, maybe not. But I know it has to do with what you see people do, the behavior, the things that you pick up here, there, what you hear, what you
Mm.
expose yourself to, that one. And that's the nurture aspects. That's environment influencing your behavior, influencing your thinking, your thoughts. But is it innate? Because innate has to do with our body composition, our genetics. That's what innate. That I'm not sure. I can't really say if it can be innate, because that means there's a possibility that if my mom or my dad has a fixed mindset or has a particular mindset, then there's a possibility for me
That
to
you
pick it
get,
up. I'm not sure. I don't know
yeah.
what research says about that, but in terms of environmental, yes. Not sure,
What's
yes.
your opinion on that, Promise?
I would say thinking that it's in it, like you said, I've not done research if there's any research to back this up. But for me, thinking that it's in it is a fixed mindset. If you
It's a
think,
form of fixed
yes, a
mindset.
form of fixed mindset. I feel
Hmm.
like if you believe, because as humans, if you feel like, okay, this is how
That
I
means you're
was born,
accepting it.
you're accepting it. So this is how I'm born with a fixed mindset. And so it's a form of, so thinking about it's innate, it's a fixed mindset on its own that we need to break up from.
Mm,
So just see that, yes, environment plays a role,
Yeah.
but I think exposure and
Mm.
education can help. Even if, like, for example, you grew up in an environment where this is where everybody goes through, you grow up, you do this, you do that,
mm,
but by the time you start reading, you start being exposed to education, you can
mm.
now start
Yeah.
breaking free from
Yeah.
that, yeah, that hold. Like for me, I feel
That
like it's a stronghold
Yeah.
Yeah,
that you
it
need to
is.
That
need to
makes a lot of
break off
sense.
from.
So, if you were to leave a young woman out there today who is currently feeling stuck, maybe she's got
Mm-hmm,
that fixed mindset, with
mm-hmm.
what mindset tip that she can actually apply that would enable her go from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset, what would that be?
Every time you face a challenge
Mm-hmm.
and you tackle that challenge, just see it as you're taking your power back.
Yeah.
That's it. And also, confidence is not something that happens in one day. You build confidence.
Yeah.
So like she said, baby steps, gradually, one
You get
step at
there.
a time, you build your confidence, one step at a time.
Yeah.
It's not something you get in one day.
Promise, what would you want to leave with a young girl out there today?
I'll say there's a passage from the Bible, Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And aside, like, let's talk about practical steps. Set goals for yourself, and for every goal, celebrate even if it's a small
Yeah.
win,
Mm,
because it's psychological as well.
mm,
So if for example I want to get there,
mm-hmm.
and from here I get here, it's an achievement. I'll celebrate it as if I've gotten there.
But don't
So
get carried away.
yeah,
Yeah.
so by the
And
time you
that's why
start, when you celebrate it, it gives you the energy to go
to
to the
go
next
there.
day.
Yeah.
Then when you get there, before you know, you're already there. So celebrate small wins and have the mindset that you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you.
That is really, really lovely. So, if you're out there today and you feel very stuck, you feel like you're having that fixed mindset, like Opay and Promise has said to us today, take that baby step, trust yourself, and believe that you can do it. Thank you both so much for
You're
sharing these
welcome.
insights with us
Thank you
today.
for having me.
Thank you. I've actually learned a lot. And you see that data science, I'm definitely coming for it. I'm going to learn how to do coding.
I'm gonna think about
I'm
it.
gonna be on you, Juliet. Trust me to follow you on that.
Think about it.
So if you're out there today and you're watching us and you've learned one thing or the other, please give us a like and a follow, and also share with your friends as well. Please subscribe to our page. And remember that mindset is not just a buzzword. Your mind actually controls your thoughts, which in turn shapes your belief. And what you believe is what you become. So take that baby steps today. Don't doubt yourself. If you're suffering from imposter syndrome, know that it is not real. You can do it. So believe in yourself, and see you again. If you've enjoyed this episode, give us a thumbs up. See you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.